Hello guys and welcome to Noov Dota's first video with commentary. This was a random draft game we did about a week ago from the date this will be uploaded. This was just me and Disciple on this occasion, but it was a pretty damn good game. Pretty stressful game, but you'll get to see why it's stressful in a minute. Just the picks going on now. I was first pick, so I got tied. And they respond with Lich and Templar Assassin, two very nice heroes indeed. And then Disciple goes for Rubik because Rubik's his little, not a guilty pleasure, but he definitely does love Rubik. One of his better heroes, definitely. The Viper, this was a random guy, not in Noov. He decided to pick Viper purely for the reason to shut down the Templar Assassin. It's okay to do that. There's better shutdowns, but Viper, not a bad hero by any stretch. Not bad at all. And the third pick from the Dire is going to be Windrunner. Another strong hero, very good, T1. But then Broodmother, bit of a strange hero with the Windrunner really. You want either a Windrunner solo or a Broodmother solo. And then, last but not least, our team decide to pick Omni Knight and Bounty Hunter. So, we pretty much see that our team comp was looking good until the last two picks, which needed to... The Furion was in the pool actually, in this random draft game, so we really need Furion, tied on the long lane, much better that way. There's no real way we can lane this properly. The optimum way to lane this would be probably Omni, Rubik, Bounty Hunter tied, one of those, but it's going to be a pain to lane either way. Just about to start.
Everybody get set.
Buying the items. I can't remember how we lane this, but it's not optimal. The way they lane theirs isn't fantastic either. TA obviously going for the mid lane, going for the early bot with the tangos and the free branches. Not a bad idea at all. Pretty standard there. Viper going mid. Obviously going for a little bit of an early bottle, not going to be anywhere near as early as TA's with 350 gold, but it's still going to be pretty decent timing on the bottle. You want to get that as early as possible. Depending on the rune control, you can never really tell in a pub game. Bounty, don't like this at all. There needs to be a stout shield there if he's suspecting he's going to be long laning blocks to pull camp.
30 seconds
Bit of
to
an
go.
obvious ward. You don't really want to put it there. Here is a better ward. That's a nice one. You can also take down that tree and put one there, so you get vision around here. Not the best ward, guys. Countered very easily, and he's also placed it before the zero, so it's not going to get the full out of that. I also did check Bounty's items, so I thought I was warding. See that he's warded, don't bother doing that. So
And they're
it's
off.
looking at the moment like it's going to be a tied Bounty lane. We're going to have the Broodmother solo top, a tri-lane bottom with Lich, Anti-Mage and Windrunner.
High hopes
A
for
bit
this
of
one.
a weird tri-lane, definitely. Windrunner especially needs those levels, really needs those levels to be any good for a team. And we've got the Omni
Just
and the
try and find
against the tri-lane.
me.
Not good. Really. And they're in a safe lane. And we've got a long lane Bounty versus the Brood. Our lanes are not good in the slightest. Like I said, the Omni and Bounty pickups really did not do us any favours in the slightest. As you can see, Rubik, Omni struggling against this tri-lane. Windrunner not being very efficient with that windrun. That was a bit overkill really. There's not much they can do at level 1. I do decide as ties to transition down. Go with the Gosh on Windrunner, lift on Windrunner, no follow up from Omni, he's just used his heal. Could have probably picked up first blood there if Omni had had his heal. But never mind, we forced it to Windrun. She's on half mana already, but yeah, Tide going in with the aggression. Not going to get anything out of that, takes a few right clicks. Meanwhile, we've got the Bounty soloing against the Brood. That is not where you want your Bounty at all. Not a good solo versus Brood. He's going to find it hard to harass, he's going to find it hard to farm, he can't push against her. Not good for Bounty in that lane, really not. Tide would have been much better. Me on the Tide would have been much better in solo because Anchor Smash obviously for the reduce damage on the spiderlings and can kill them in AoE. So our lanes, as you can see, not good. Viper seems to be struggling. Hang on, let me sort that out. Yeah, there we go. Struggling versus the TA, despite having the one level in poison attack. Not sure why he took the level in corrosive. You really need a second level in Minerva Toxin. Does a nice chunk of damage there, but not going to argue really. He should be winning that lane now against the Templar Assassin. Does seem to have been taking quite a lot of harass. Had to pop the salve, got the regen left. TA's already got a bottle. She's sitting nicely on her time goes. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Rubik looking for a bit of harassment on Winra in with the lift. Misses the heal with Omni, trying to block her in, Lich in with the cross blast. I'll get it right one day. Oh, shackle shot, or should we say happy shot. First blood on the Windrunner, but it looks like Rubik's going to get picked up. On top of the Omni, not good there. Lost two guys from one phase blood. Purified, Tide. Can they get the anti-mage? Of course they can't. He's got a level 1 blink. Of course he's going to get away. That was not a nice trade at all. One first blood for free. Kills. Anti-mage got all the XP. A lot of gold. I think he got one of the kills. Yeah, he got the kill on the Omni and on the Tide. So, anti-mage sitting pretty there. 1,000 gold. Probably gonna get his Ring of Health. Good choice. Keeping it so you can't really harass him down. Now he's got that Ring of Health. And Bounty, no stout shield. He really needs a stout shield if he's not going against that. Goes with the sentries. He's not really gonna have any opportunity to kill her though. So that is pretty freaking useless if I'm honest. I mean, unless he's gonna be getting some ganks up here, which is looking highly unlikely with us losing 2 of our lanes. He's not going to be getting any ganks anytime soon for that to be so that's a complete waste of 200 gold, a real waste. Meanwhile, Windrunner going to contest the pull. She does manage to contest it quite nicely. In with the Gosh. Are they going to pick her up? Lift on the Windrunner as she's windrunning. Nice. Always want to lift her as she's windrunning, or once she's used it. Don't want to lift it before she's used it because she'll just windrun. That almost was a shackle shot between the Rubik and the Tide. That would have been devastating. Probably could have picked up the Rubik there.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Meanwhile, top is getting pushed pretty damn hard. Bounty struggling massively. He's opting to harass the Brood Mother, which is a terrible idea. If you can see the amount of regen she's getting from that level 2 web is massive. Meanwhile, TA with a double damage, looking for the kill on Viper. I think he suspects. We don't have a ward there, but he's nice play here from Viper. From Palpatine, playing very nicely there, playing passively. He knows she's missing. He's probably called SS, which we don't respond to because it's a pub game. She's coming down with the Invis and DD. This is a deadly combination on a TA. Double damage on that's double 69, and then she'll go in with the refraction. That is a ton of damage. Gonna pick me off without any trouble, no trouble, just a couple of right clicks, ties out the game, Antimage picks up the kill. Nice steal there from Antimage, but he is the hard carry, so I'm sure they can shrug that off. Probably gonna pick up a little bit more for his treads, maybe. They do try and get the kill on Omni, manages to TP away just in time. Global shackle shot, now inbound, gonna be not gonna do much, 0.75 stun, but yeah, he just got away there. They don't really have anything to cancel it with, which is quite cute, really. They do lack a lot of
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
That mini stuns, or is it just a slow? I'm not sure. I think that just slows. Don't think Frostblast mini stuns. Anti-Mage's ult does mini stun, but of course he's level 5, doesn't have it yet. New Disciple, all dry out on mana there. He can't really fade bolt the creeps as much as he'd love to. Got the sentries to block any wards on the pull, but doesn't look like we're going to be pulling in this lane, because if we do, one of us or 2 of us are going to have to tank the creep wave. Going to make it very easy for these 3 guys to dive and take the kill. We still got a walking courier, which is not good. Palpatine definitely not doing well against his TA. She's 26 to 11 denies. He has 14 last hits and 2 kills. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter getting chased by a pain train of spiders. Not enough for the invis, he's probably just going to farm them. They do a considerably nice amount of attrition damage. He's definitely going to have to go back after that Brood. A bit of miss micro there.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Should have just right-clicked him on the tower.
Radiant's gone and fortified their structures.
There and the mana used to spawn those little spiderlings. But yeah, Brood not playing great, but she doesn't really need to. This bounty hunter's not playing well either. He's he goes for the Void Stone. Yeah, it was a great item. Meanwhile, down here, TA is beating away at Tide. Meld on Tide, not much to do there. Kraken Shell not going to suffice for that. Does put down the sentry. She doesn't realise Palpatine picking up the kill on the Viper. Meanwhile, the Tri-Lane from bottom is coming out to try and contest this, but they can just hold up on the tower. They can't really dive this tower with all these trees here, making it very hard to get vision. Anti-Mage does give it a poke, but he's going to take more damage than he dealt there. Not a great thing to do. You definitely don't want to blink in. You want to walk in and then have the blink to get out, especially when it's always leveling his blink, which is a little bit strange in a Tri-Lane.
Radiant's top
you should
tower
really
is
be
taking
leveling the mana
hits.
break if you're in a Tri-Lane. You're safe, you got your in health, you got your stout shield. Rubic's Niv Disciple does come up here to try and contest this. Not going to get the right.
The Radiant got one last top tower.
The net down there, bit of misplay there, no sentry placement, but they've already got the track on them. Can't kill them. Noov Disciple's completely dry. Palpatine arriving late, not really going to get the kill there. And Bounty Hunter with his Void Stone. Terrible way of leveling Bounty Hunter. This is just absolutely abysmal. You want to be leveling either the crit or the Shuriken. Most people opt for the Shuriken. More favoured, in my opinion, a lot better. There's the preemptive GG. All down to your picks, my friend, and to your Void Stone and Sentry Tango. Not great. Not great there at all from Bounty. Bad
The
place
mysteries
to be honest.
renew me.
Really bad. His choices. Viper is going to get picked off. There's the meld. He's got minus armor. Just a couple more right clicks.
No more.
With refraction up. She does
I
dust for some
admired you.
weird reason. Maybe suspected the bounty there, but she is going to pick him off because he decided to track instead of saying Shadow Walk. So yeah, bounty with these massive misplays here. Not doing
Radiant's
any
top
favours.
tower's in bad shape.
Bottom. They are looking for the diamond on me. Are they going to get it? Purification goes down.
Radiant's top tower's
Level
taking
one
hits.
spell block. They are diving this. Lich is now tanking.
Somebody's on a
Just
roll.
right-clicking him down.
Radiant's top
Lich
tower's
should have run
hurting.
that way. Not that way. You're going to take a lot more damage.
Somebody's on a roll.
They did manage to, and meanwhile, Ruby does get
So
picked
we
off.
could not
Radiant's
let
top
you live.
tower's in bad shape.
Tide and Viper going in on TA. Is she going to get Tide? She's looking like she's going to get Tide.
That's
Starts
four.
trying south.
Radiant's top tower's hurting. Dyer's mid tower could use a little help.
So does TA. TA can be pretty damn. She doesn't have as much carry potential in my opinion as Viper does, but she can be pretty damn scary in the mid game, especially with a desolated BKB.
The Radiant
Really
lost the
hard to
top
deal
tower.
with. So mobile, so tanky with that refraction. The amount of damage she can churn out is insane. A lot of people opt for the Yasha as well for the chasing speed and the attack speed and armor. Meanwhile, Brood pushing down to the T2 tower. She's already claimed it. Must have missed that.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical difficulties. Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Like the threes guys, and don't go for a Void Stone. If you're gonna go for the Battle Fury and the Perseverance, you go Ring of Hell first. Always the Ring of Hell first, unless you're Storm Spirit, on which, if you were gonna get the Perseverance, you'd go for the Void Stone first. If you were feeling a little bit safer. Wonder trying to defend mid does. I mean, like, you gotta watch the levels here, because I'm actually a level 4 Tide where pretty much most people are hovering around level 8, level 7, and I'm level 4, so I'm the lowest level in the game at the moment as Tide Hunter. That's not where you want to be. You want your level 6 and
That's four in a row.
does get picked off there from the front.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom
Diving a
tower.
little bit deep there. Been an yep, 2 more heroes.
Somebody's
Viper
on a
does pick
roll.
off Lich. Gonna Viper strike the
That's four in
anti-mage.
a
Does
row.
get the pick off
Two
Tide.
down.
Me as Tide trying to get the
Radiant's
steal,
bottom
but they
tower's
might
seen
get it.
better
Good job.
days.
Help team picking up the double there. As our number 1. It's a bit weird having a Viper on the 1 spot not what you want. And meanwhile, Brood with a massive army of spiderlings, they're threatening the racks. This is definitely
Radiant's top
a
tower
very
is
early
taking
time
hits.
to be taking the racks at 11 minutes into the game, showing just how dire our oh wow, Omni Knight getting trapped by the spiderlings. How
Radiant's
embarrassing!
mid-tower's
He's
coming
gonna get
apart.
picked off by spiderlings that do 18 damage. Brood with the owned Omni Knight.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the
there,
business.
feeding the kills.
Radiant's mid
Brood
tower could use a hand.
full of gold, just belly full of gold.
The Dire best
Brood
do
shouldn't-
something about that bottom
typically
tower.
broods aren't really that farmed if they're in a long lane. They're
Radiant's
solo,
mid tower's getting
they're there
banked
to
up.
win the solo
Radiant
lane, win the
structures must have
suicide
been
lane. They're not there
fortified.
to really farm.
Guess what's happening
Alright,
to Dire's bottom tower? Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
Not where you want to be.
Radiant's mid tower ain't doing so
Bounty
good.
Hunter decides to blame other people, because that's what happens in pub games, of course. You're probably all aware of that. He's now proceeding to jungle very inefficiently. Not the best way. Brood, don't do this on Brood Mother either. Don't switch lanes as Brood Mother. This is incredibly inefficient. What you want to do as Brood Mother, you don't want to be fighting with your team. You don't want to be pushing other lanes. You want to be being an absolute pain in your enemy's backside by pushing their lanes, while you can have, say, you can have one Brood here pushing this racks while there's a team fight
Radiant's
happening.
bottom
So it's
tower's
4v5,
seen better days.
but if you lose that team fight, it doesn't matter because Brood's just taking the racks. So that's what you want to be doing as Brood. And now it's
Trouble
big
brewing
misplace
at
for
Radiant's
Brood here.
bottom
You
tower.
don't want to be jungling at all either. So even though we've had our fair share of misplays, definitely with the randoms we've got. Meanwhile, team fight
Radiant's
going on
bottom
mid.
tower ain't a
Brood
pretty
in with
sight
the ult,
right
Palpatine
now.
taking some right clicks, but he does have the Omni ult on him. Shackle shot onto the Ruby. Does try and steal the
Dire's
first
top
run.
tower.
Omni's going to get picked
know
off
the
by
drill.
Brood and TA. No, he's not. He's going to get out. Brood does get picked off by the Tide and Viper. Looking for the second kill on the Windrunner. Shackle shot Tide, but he needed to shackle the Rubik.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom
She
tower.
had enough for Windrunner. Tide taking some right clicks. In comes Viper with the slow. TA just can't get away. They've got no sentry here to predict it. Ravage is just going to come on. It does move her upwards, but it's not going to move her forwards. Didn't get the fade there.
Radiant's
With another
bottom
meld,
tower
he
seen
blinks
better
away.
days.
Bad Ravage from me there. More rage than anything. Bad indeed. Not optimal use of Ravage. Now on cooldown. for
Radiant lost
150
one of them
seconds.
bottom towers.
Not what you want it to be. Looking for the rune. She's going to grab that invis. Very potent rune to have on a TA. Does pop it right away. A little bit weird, but she does do it so she can get the early charge on the bottle. Doesn't really want to dive this with the invis. You want to be looking for jungle kills. That's what she's probably going to do. Yep, called it. Going to look for the jungle kill. On Omni. A jungling Omni. Level 7. Isn't going to stand a chance. Probably.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Taking her time, stalking her prey, milking it as you do. In with the meld, massive chunk of damage gone, double meld.
You
just
never
irrelevant.
could keep a
See you
secret.
later on the night. Didn't even make that look difficult. Palpatine sitting not. He is underfarmed, but we've got to realise he is level 11. He's the highest level on the Radiant team at the moment, so he is our number 1 carry. Ideally, you don't want a Viper as number 1, but we'll make do with these atrocious picks we have. Pushing bottom, Anti-Mage and Lich. Let's see if oh yeah, Viper strike on TA, in with the lift, nice lift from Disciple there. Is she going to get away? She is, just on a sliver of health. Fortunately the slow wears off. Palpatine going in for the chase. He's slightly slower than TA, he's not unfortunately going to get that. Big kick in the teeth there for Radiant. They need every kill they can get, every pick off they can get, just to claw our way back into this game. And at this point, we were not in a happy way. Anti-Mage has had free farm the entire game. Hasn't made the best use out of it, in all honesty. If you're that farmed, you want to be maxing mana break, and if you're safe, you want to be getting the Battle Fury. Because the Battle Fury,
Radiant's top
or even
tower's
Hand of
hurting.
Midas, he should have gone Hand of Midas Battle Fury, and that would have been GG right there. There's no way you're coming back from a full build anti-mage at about 30 minutes. The Battle Fury accelerates your farm to such insane rates. definitely worth a pickup if you're feeling safe enough. In with the Frost Blast on Omni, does go in Purification, goes through right click from Anthony. TA might make sure work of him. He does get out with the Anchor Smash, reducing their damage. Nice defense there from Tide. In with the Frost Blast and Tide. Not going to do much. He's now level 6. Ravage is up. Going to look for the Ravage. Does get a 4-man. Nice Ravage from Tide there. Top team going to go in for the cleanup. Viper Strike on Anti-Mage. Isn't quite going to kill him, but does slow him. Going to go look for the kill on TA. She's not got the meld. She does get picked off. Looking for the kill on Windrunner now. No Gush on Tide. Lift on Rubik. Oh, nice shackle shot there from Windrunner. Does save her. Is Viper going to get in range? He is slightly slower than Windrunner, unfortunately. Windrunner not opting for phase boots, which is very questionable. I do like phase boots on Windrunner. Not a fan of arcane boots, in all honesty. A lot of people quite mana inefficient, so they do require that. But phase boots will get you out of a lot of situations, especially on Windrunner. She does get a lot of movement speed there. Meanwhile, we're looking for T1, 5-man mid. Courier in a little bit of a bad position there, don't really want to bring that far up. But yeah, we're looking for the T1 tower here. Bounty doing a little bit of reconnaissance, not where he really wants to be, especially if they've got detection. Just getting into detection range there. Very risky. Brood not playing Brood well, coming down with the army of spiders. And something you don't want to do until late mid end game. You can start team fighting with Brood because you need to, but not at this point. Brood should be pushing bottom or pushing top, ideally pushing top. Stay in your lane as Brood member and let your team do their thing. No, I decided not to go down there. Good choice there. Go around, go the safe way. If I'd have went through there, immediately dead. Purification on the creep to do a bit damage to Anti-Mage. In with the Viper Strike on Anti-Mage. Whittle him down a little bit. They are trying to look for the dive here with the Spiderlings tanking the tower.
Best do something about that bottom tower.
Bounty split pushing top. Not a bad decision, really. Can't contribute that much. We could do with the tracks, really.
Dire's top tower's getting
honest, he's
beat
been
down.
pretty useless this entire game with his Void Stone and T1 boots. He has really nothing to contribute to this. 20 seconds
Tower's getting the business.
Biding our time. TA blinks in, looks for the sack on Viper. Not going to get it. In with the Chain Frost. Not going to get any kills. Not the best dive at all there. Not the best follow up either. They followed that up right. They could have got a couple of kills there.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
We're trying to retaliate. Takes a round in with the Ravage. Ruby goes down.
Bottom tower.
Tide's going to get picked off. Not a good trade there for the Radiant. Where is the team? Bounty Hunter deciding to come down right at the end.
Mid tower
No
use a hand.
Despite having a Void Stone. God knows what he's doing in that top lane. Must be sure he needs creeps.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged
it's looking
up.
pretty damn bad.
Have
at this
fun
point, it
trying
actually
to
looks
bust down
GG
Radiant
for
structures now.
And at this point during the game,
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart. Radiant's mid tower's getting what for?
You judge from what you can see. This isn't a nice game for us to be in at all. Free farm. Anti-Mage's not playing optimally at all. He should have gone for the battlefield. He should be farming these camps, blinking in between. Come out with a Butterfly or Basher. We do have detection on the Brood. Lift on the Brood. She does decide to ult and turn. Nice shatter shot there on Tide and Omni. Tide running for his life. Is he going to get away? Does he have a wand? No. Going to turn around, go for the reinitiation. No.
Dire's top tower's getting down.
On the Brood Mother there. Track on the Anti-Mage. Are they going to look for it? Nope. Just blink straight out. Bit of questionable path running there on the Anti-Mage. Lift on the Anti-Mage. Is it going to get him? Nice right clicks there from Palpatine, doing a considerable amount of damage. They still do have the tracks, so they can still see him. But TA going in for a bit of a hero dive. Is going to die for it. Very, very big misplay there. Didn't want to feed us that kill. Palpatine going to pick up Anti-Mage because he decided to blink in. Doesn't have enough mana to blink out. Does get picked off. And Windrun a little bit out of position here. Does have the Windrun thanks to those arcane boots. At least they do something for her. But really big misplay from the Dire there, getting a little bit ahead of their game. It is still 16-13. Bearing in mind we've only taken 2 towers, and that one was a deny, I believe. Bottom tower was a deny. So Yeah, they're ahead in gold massively. Let's have a look at net worth. Yeah, Anti-Mage, a whole nearly 2,000 ahead of Palpatine, now 1,600 gold. Palpatine does go on with the Viper Strike on Lich, doing a tremendous amount of damage with a max Nether Toxin. Is he going to pick up Lich does respond to Noov, it's not going to get much. Oh, poor me, getting picked off by the
They'll never find your grave.
Viper looking at a little bit out of position here.
Radiant's
Is he going
bottom
to be able
tower
to get
seen
away? He
better
is going to
days.
an anti-mage with the corrosive skin, slowing him down a little bit. When he comes in with the save, Omni looks now in trouble. Now it's an Omni in trouble. He does get the Viper out. Very nice play on Unite. He goes down like a hero. Good play from Enemy. Gotta give him that. Bounty Hunter massively out of position again. He doesn't want to be there on that sort of health. You don't know when they have to take.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
You can't be scouting at 22 minutes. That's around the time that you will
Trouble
see teams
brewing at
picking up a
Radiant's
jam.
bottom
It's
tower.
around 20 to 25 minutes. A good team will pick up a jam and screw you up, because that is when you will start getting level 2 tracks out, and they don't want
Radiant's
that
bottom tower seen better
Split
days.
push here from Anti-Mage. Going to take this T2 tower. Another bit of gold for him if he gets the last hit on that. Going to get ahead. Blink in with the TA. Immediately lifted from Disciple. Nice play from Disciple. Does steal the now. Tide just goes for the ravage because he knows he's going to die. Does manage to get out. Gets picked off. Another right clicks on the TA. Her refraction down. Everything's down. She can melt, but she's tracked. Nice track from Bounty. He may be misplaying, but he's tracking everything, which is what his team needs. He needs that extra gold. Shuriken on the Lich. Lich is going to get picked off. Getting the slow everything, but Windrunner might get out here. Forstaff's just about to come off cooldown. Doesn't decide to use it, maybe doesn't see. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage gets lifted, just going to blink straight out, but blink with Rubik. Rubik blinking a bit out of position here, not a great play by Disciple. Can't be perfect all the time, unfortunately. Does put a few right clicks on the nice shot there from Windrunner. Definitely clicks on the TM, it's not going to do much. Getting cleaned on, buyback from the Viper. Don't think you can do much with it. I think we're all a little bit dry. Ravage is down, so buyback probably not necessary, probably a bad idea.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Rage. Omni doesn't look like he can do much. He's fairly quick with the track, but they have so much
Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
ability.
Dire's mid tower's having technical
Not good
difficulties.
either. He shouldn't be going that way.
Somebody's on a
He's
roll.
trying to tighten, but he does get picked off, unfortunately. They do get cleaned up. Did they buy back? They seem to come back quite quickly. I didn't quite notice if they bought back, but they did come back very quickly and do a nice clean up there, despite getting caught out of position and giving us a lot of kills with track on them. You've gotta also realise that even though we may not appear to be trading evenly, track is such a good skill at level 2, giving 200 gold to yourself and 100 gold for every ally that's on the kill. I believe that's how it works. Either way, it's a considerable sum of gold for your entire team, on top of the kills and XP they'll already be getting for those kills. Viper, level 15, not bad at all. The net worth. Anti-Mage is still massively ahead, nearly 3,000 gold, but he's not making good use of that. Battle Fury, a really late pickup on the Battle Fury. That should have been his first big item. That Ring of Health should have gone into a Prosperity. Lich massively out of position here. Went to the defensive wall. He's just going to get completely picked off by the Radiant there. Terrible positioning. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage decides to be the hero, but he's going to die to the poison. Nice Forstaff there from Rubik. Disciple there. Another blink from Disciple. Does get duped. Unlucky there, Disciple. Deserved that kill, really. Still got the blink. Is he going to make it? Does get the lift on TA. Nice lift on TA. There's no real follow-up. Do go with the ankle smash, but not going to pick up anything there. Meanwhile, Brood doing what Brood should have done a long time ago and push that lane while we fight. Bad play from the Brood. Blink in with the TA. Does go for the meld, but she's not going to pick up much. Nice purification there from Omni Knight. TA lane the traps, trying to get a little bit of initiation. Me running in, they know what's about to happen. You don't see a Tide running in for nothing. He's going to press R and screw you up. That is Tide's job, and he's going to do it well. But this Viper, I remember this now. This Viper was a little bit schizophrenic. He did have two personalities there. He did like his smoke ganks, if you're wondering what I was on about there. Sort of like he plays well most of the game, and then just randomly, let's smoke gank. Well, we don't know where they are, because if you look at the ward coverage, There is no ward coverage. Exactly.
Dire's
Nice
courier
pick up there. He
has
does
made
use the
its
smoke to
final
pick up the
delivery.
courier there, which is quite nice. I remember him saying, I'm going for the courier, so he does know what he's doing, even though these smoke ganks do appear a little bit random. You really want to be smoke ganking when you've got some nice offensive wards up, especially in their jungle. You can get some tasty smoke ganks off with some wards up. But as you can see, neither team has any wards up. Despite the Dire, should really have some offensive wards up. Like one here that Lich did manage to get. That's not appearing on the map, weirdly. He did place that, but he did die for that. I do stand corrected. They do have some wards up. Not appearing on the map, which is rather strange. It's appearing as a dot. Probably my bad. Bit of a brain, AFK in the brain there. They do go for Roshan here, quieting down a little bit. We've got a little bit more map control. Probably not the best time to take Roshan considering the amount of map control they've given us. But we can't really contest this, especially with the Chain Frost up. It's only a level 1. Considering how much damage that's going to do, how much slow that's going to do.
Roche won't be stomping around no more, thank you.
You're just going to get absolutely dominated. So I think we did notice they were doing that. We didn't decide to contest it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do, you just got to let them take it. Disciple a little bit out of position here, does go for the defensive lift in with the Fade Bolt to reduce their damage. Always do that on Rubik if you be getting 1v1. The Fade Bolt, not just good for damage, but good for damage reduction. Always good, especially in synergy with the Anchor Smash that's now level 3. Damage reduction is going to be a lot. If you look at this, it's hero damage reduction 32 and then 40% damage reduction at all levels with the Anchor Smash. A really nice skill to pick up, especially at level 1. Oh, Brood does try and pick off the bounty, but doesn't have much follow-up. No detection. They really need some detection. Big misplay from the Dire for not wanting detection. Disciple does go in with the hero Fade Bolt, and he's got refraction up, so he can afford to tank stuff. Does lose a lot of it on those spiderlings there. Shackle Shot doesn't hit. Lich coming in. He's going to look for the Chain Frost, but Ravage is up. He's Tide looking for the kill on Lich. Meanwhile, the rest of the Radiant team duking with these. Tide going to wrap around and get a nice Ravage here. He'll get about... no follow-up from the Radiant, though that's unfortunate. They're just about to follow up. Tide got hit by the Chain Frost. Going to bounce the Chain. Does break away with the misplay there. So chains it back. Do lose the bounty in the process. Meld on the
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
Returning less. Right clicks on the TA there, doing a nice bit of damage, melting that refraction. Viper with a level 4 net poison attack, going to do a lot.
Radiant's top tower is in bad shape.
We're holding our own here despite being massively behind, especially in gold. This Anti-Mage looking very scary in terms of items, but not in terms of his play. He's not been playing
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged
very
up.
well, to be honest, I must say.
No breaking down the Radiant structures like this.
Not in the right order. Picking up that battlefield, he's not made much use out of that battlefield. Meanwhile, nice Shackle Shot there from Disciple. Does pick up a kill on Lich there. Brood's going to get picked off by the Anchor Smash. Yep, and the Tower Shot. The Tower right click. She did pick up the edges, so she's going to reincarnate, but it's not going to do much. Link from the TA there, looks for the Tide. Is going to get the Tide. He's going to die herself. Trapped on that. Palpatine does unfortunately get picked up by Anti-Mage. Nice Shackle there from Disciple. Disciple making those shackles happen, buying his team some kills, exactly what you need to do with Rubik. You need to be stealing the enemies, nice playmaking, making those plays happen. Nice track there from Bounty. Invis not going to do Brood much help. She's invisible, she's not, she's been tracked. Kill there, nice track gold. Oh, Disciple the Magician making the fucking plays. That hackle shot, buying kills. That is how you play Rubik. That is how you pick up those hackles, make them happen, buy your team some kills, and also if you've noticed, all of these kills have been tracked, so while it may seem that we're trading evenly or just getting ahead, we're getting far ahead. That's the beauty of Bounty Hunter. That's
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
A lot of captains,
them Dire buildings are tough as nails for now.
Track is such a good comeback skill. It's so
Dire's
good.
mid towers have technical
especially
difficulties.
in junction with a hard carry. If your hard carry gets shot down, you track really just accelerate them back into the game and get them to where they need to be. So despite the massive misplays he's been making this entire game, he is tracking everything, which is playing massively into our favour, especially with Palpatine now sitting on a Manta, which is a very nice item for Viper. I would like to see a Vanguard or a Hood of Defiance, especially with the Lich there. You need to build a bit of tank on Viper, but I'm not going to complain. He's been playing very well. His positioning's been very acceptable. Oh, gonna look for the kill. Nice smoke there. Gonna look for the kill on Lich, but are they gonna pay for it? The Dire are incoming. They can get the Lich, but Disciple gonna drop to the TA. She does now have a Deso. Anchor smash on the TA. In comes the Anti-Mage. Ravage is up. Is he gonna use it? Am I gonna use it? I do look for it. The animation does start, but I don't quite get it.
Consider thyself.
Like it does manage to somewhat get out. Another save for him on in here. A bit of deja vu, it seems. We do lose 2 for 2 there. We didn't lose the bounty, which is quite fortunate. We did get him. Not the best smoke gang. You really want to have
Dire's top tower. You know the drill.
I fall they didn't finally buy the sentry. That is going to kill the bounty hunter. Bit out of position.
My blade
Does go for the buyback.
My one
Really questionable buybacks from Radiant here today.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Bit of a rage buyback. He was sitting on about 2,000 gold before he did that. Quite an expensive buyback for a level 15 bounty hunter to do. You genuinely want to be buying back. Want to be buying back when you're in dire straits, when you really need to defend your racks, when you need to push, you need to maybe dead the enemy team and doing Roshan. You need to contest it, so you buy back. You don't buy back to do a bit of farming or to show the enemy team that, look, I've got gold. You may kill me, but I'll just buy back. You don't really want to be rage buying back. It can lose you the game. Does put it on cooldown. Does look for the kill on Windrunner, but not going to get it because, of course, she is Windrunner and she has Windrun. So not the best pick off. He shouldn't be looking for solo kills at this point in the game. 33 minutes. Too late for solo kills. You want to be doing that around 20 minutes. Once your crits maxed out, you want to be looking for the jungle kills. Do have a sentry here. Probably not giving vision on the. Probably not getting vision on the Viper there, unless he rolls across it, because that is a sentry. They have very limited vision. They just give vision of invisible things, and not like the obs. Our bounty in a little bit out of position. Is going to look for the kill on Brood here. Is he going to get it? In with the crit, in with the track. His right clicks aren't enough. Brood can just return it, and if she gets a little bit caught out, she can just activate the ult. Meanwhile, team fight mid. Ravage is down. Chain Frost, big Chain Frost there, going to do a lot of damage if we don't split apart. Does bounce between the illusions. The illusion's soaking up a lot of that Chain Frost damage. Lich does get picked off there. Meanwhile, I'm staying here. Got a bit of glitch there. Nice shackle. Whoa, shackle glitches. Nice shackle there from Disciple on the TA. Windrunner gonna get picked off. Nice lift from Disciple, buying our team kills. No track.
Wasn't nice.
Just a crit. Ruby does pick up the kill.
Got a second win.
Buyback from Windrunner hit, and suddenly the game is looking not so great for the Dire here. They're looking so ahead, but Anti-Mage just hasn't made use of that farm at all. His item build looks impressive, but really there's no plays coming out from the Anti-Mage. He should be absolutely wrecking us, just right-clicking the illusions on their Tide, popping the Tide, because he's got quite a considerable mana pool, popping the Tide, doing the splash damage. But he's just not been making the plays, and that's the biggest fault of the Dire team. Despite all their misplays, the Anti-Mage just hasn't made use of that free farm he's had in the entire game. 16,000 net worth. He's a whole 6,000 ahead of Viper, but he just isn't doing enough. Palpatine making much more use of that farm, making all of the plays he needs to be making. Anti-Mage making none of them. So at this point in the game, I am not looking as ahead of the game as they were. They do have a nice sentry coverage here. Very nice ward coverage from Lich, despite how out of position he keeps getting caught. Do they still have the Aegis? I can't remember if it went down. No, oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Brood did get picked off with that Aegis, so they don't have the Aegis. Looking for the counter push here, knowing that Ravage is down, but it's not down for long. Ravage has a considerably small cooldown, really. It does tick quite quickly. Big team fight skill. You want to be pushing when those big team fight skills are down. Do they have a gem now? Yes, they do have a gem. A gem on the Broodmother gonna make the the bounty hunter's life a little bit more difficult than it previously was. And there we are. Thank God. Back to status area. And they are looking for a bit of a scary push. There's the sentry placement. Bit of overkill, really. You don't really need it.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Does die with the gem. Oh, nice shackle there on the creep. Bounty hunter gonna get picked off. Blinking, nice ravage from Tide there. Nice shackle from Disciple, gonna pick up some kills. Lift on the anti-mage. These lifts have been buying the anti-mage kills. Meanwhile, Brood in with the ultimate and the BKB is going to pick off Bounty Hunter. Viper just right click. No one's focusing this. Viper is completely melting the Dire team. Anti-Mage does manage to blink out, but Anti-Mage full health and not contributing.
Dire's bottom tower.
That's all. Nice shadow there for Shimmer, but not going to buy them much. Anti-Mage does decide to go in, but he's going to get lifted and silenced. And just absolutely roll it down. Nice pick up there. Picking up the Orchid there from Disciple has really aided the Radiant's ability to kill Anti-Mage. The Disciple, despite me being a little bit biased that he is in our team, picking up the shackles and the Orchid have just bought us so many kills, and bearing in mind that most of those kills have been tracked, Palpatine has been able to just buy away, level away, just really making the plays happen. Everyone much richer than it previously was. I've somehow, without any farm, just tracked gold and killed gold. Anti-Mage is down, Brood's down. Only 3 men to defend this. No real counter push here. No real counter push heroes here. Does go for the blink in. Is probably going to pick up. No, not going to pick up Disciple. Someone back. Nice match there. Oh, and Lich does get picked off. Viper doing all the damage. Viper's sitting back here with his nice range, picking them off. Does go for the bell, but she ain't gonna make it. It's just they left Viper alone, and that is the biggest mistake. So 2 mistakes have been
Dire's mid-rags ain't around no more. Dire's mid-rags is getting swamped. Dire's got one left. Dire's mid-rags didn't make it.
Picking them away with his Never-Toxic, with his poison attack. Viper strike only on a 30-second cooldown, so he puts that on the Anti-Mage or the TA. And their attack speed just drops. You can see now the Radiant, because of all that track gold, they've now got the buybacks. No buybacks on the Dire, and they desperately need those buybacks. And this time they were so ahead at the start. So ahead at the We are toying around with the idea of Roshan, a little bit risky with the entire, well, the majority of the Dire team up. You mainly want to be doing when you've got either a lot of vision, or you're so far ahead the enemy can't contest it, or the enemy team are down, so you can do it safely. Because it is a risky, it is an enclosed area, especially when the enemy have a lot of those massive AoE ults. You definitely don't want to be taking Dire's bottom tower, because they will hurt. I mean, it's quite funny how just by winning those team fights, just by taking those team fights, how the morale of the Dire just drops. That their confidence in just roaming the map has dropped considerably. Their ward coverage drops because the support can't get out there because we're just roaming their jungle, just taking them out whenever they do. Ravage is up now, and they're grouping up here. They don't want to engage here. Ravage can just decimate here. Does get a 3-man Ravage in with the initiation. Still there, in with the chain toss. Not going to do much here. Lich does get picked off now. Nice shot there. Anti-Mage gets lifted. Orchid picked off by the Orchid pickup from Disciple. Has supported so many kills. And a shackle. Nice shackle there from Disciple. Amazing shackles today. Palpatine picking them off again. Brood not contributing how he should have been. Only just respawned. I think he only just respawned.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
And at this point, the Dire can't do anything. They've just thrown the game. If
Dire's mid tower is having technical difficulties.
Literally didn't know how we were going to win this game. It was just a lost cause. Picks weren't as strong, didn't have a hard carry, they had all the map control, and we just made the plays.
The Dire
Cyber
couldn't
with
hang
the
on to that
apple
mid
shots
tower.
and he
The
was going
Dire
for
best do something
and the
about that
Orchid
bottom
tied
tower.
with the Ravage, and
The
then
Dire couldn't hang on. Dire's bottom tower got blown to bits.
just wrecking
It's
people.
heating up, but the Dire side ain't just.
That's
They're
what
gonna
we're
need
doing.
a miracle.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show it. It was a fun game to be in, albeit very
It's
stressful.
sundown. That's a win.
That's what come back to look like. That's trying to give up respect. Hope you enjoyed that replay, guys. Our first video commentary. Sorry if it was a little bit average or something, but hope you like it, and subscribe and comment to show your support, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Someone's